Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I'm back with a one-page layout using the Noteworthy collection, or the kit from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. It is an older one, but I just recently bought it. I wanted to utilize it. You can tell I am on a scrapbooking my boys kind of kick right now. And so I have these two adorable photos of my son in a cowboy hat and a button down. And I think it must have been Western Day or something at school, and I just thought these pictures were adorable. I am using 3 of the papers. The background paper is, I believe, a 49 and Market paper, and then I'm going to be using this plaid paper. It is green, and I kind of hesitated because that's green and then my son's plaid is blue, but I think because I separated it with that more kind of tealish paper, I think it is okay. I do bring in some kind of navy embellishments from, it's a uniquely creative ephemera pack, and it's the first time I've used any of their products, and I really am enjoying the ephemera pack. I think it is very nice. And then I believe that middle paper I used that I ripped is a paper from them as well. I decided I wanted to double back the top photo here, and so I just flipped that plaid paper around and used the darker green paper. You can't really see the keys, I think, by the time I, use my photo and cover it all up. I did want to use the stencil that came with it. You can barely tell, quite honestly, when the layout is all said and done, but it is what it is. I used my White Daisy ink from Close to My Heart and just added some more kind of mixed media to the top and to the bottom. I knew kind of where my embellishment clusters were going to be, and so that is going to kind of peek out from those clusters. I really had to wait quite a while for that to dry, so I decided to kind of move on. I had an idea, I guess, of what kind of embellishment cluster I wanted to add to the top left, and so I decided to go ahead and work on that. I don't really embellish in a visual triangle. I guess you could make a triangle out of it, but it's not like the regular shaped triangle that you would think of, I guess. So what I decided to do was add that kind of tag banner to the top left. And then that kind of numbered paper is actually one of the zip strips, the branding strips from one of the papers, and I thought that worked really nice. I did kind of cut the end of that, so it's kind of like an arrow, and that's going to be the base for my cluster. I then decided that it must have been dry enough to continue on, so I decided to move on to the rest of the embellishing and come back to that other cluster. I kind of had this layout pieced together, I'm not gonna lie, before I started, and so you can see that I kind of have an idea where my pieces are going to go. I do change it up a little bit. I thought those flowers were just too large in the bottom behind the title, so instead I brought some of that greenery down. I thought that looked really nice and kind of accented the title there. I am going to commit to that top left bit and then kind of add the finishing touches. There was this little journaling card. It said details, and so I decided that would look really nice up there. I could write a little bit up there, journal just a tad. I didn't have to go crazy, and then kind of played around with the rest of the smaller pieces in the ephemera pack. There were a lot of birthday pieces in this ephemera pack, so ahead of time I knew that I wasn't going to use those, and so I actually set those aside so that they didn't kind of crowd what I knew I wanted or could use for this layout. So I am going to kind of commit to that half circle. I decided the D in details was showing a little bit, but that I would cover that up with another kind of embellishment. There were some hearts in the collection, and so I did cover that up with the heart. And then I am going to, or did commit, there's another little tag. It says good day. I added that to under the hey dude, and then I'm going to add some hearts to either side of the title there. And I think I just add one more piece to the top, and then I remember that there are these really cool, I guess I'll call them baubles. I think that's what they're called. I don't know, wood pieces that came with the kit, and I decided to scatter those around in each of the clusters as well. So add one to the top. I took two into the top cluster behind kind of the flowers, and then one to either side of the title as well. Excuse me. So that is going to finish off this layout. I hope you guys enjoyed this layout. I will have a link for Not Just for Boys down below in the comments. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.